Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you all, my dear students? I hope that you all are in the best of health by the grace of Allah Almighty. I, Miss Saima Arif, your English teacher, welcome you all in Adbistani Sufia online teaching class. You have been promoted to class 9th, so I warmly welcome you all in your new class. Nowadays, we all are facing a difficult time, but your institution, Adbistani Sufia, and your teachers are always with you. We are here to guide you, to facilitate you, and to motivate and encourage you to do well. I think you know it very well that this time is very precious for you, because inshallah you are going to appear in board examination next year. So you should not waste your time. For your convenience, our school at Bistani Sufia has arranged these online classes. Never give up. Today is hard. Tomorrow will be the worse. But the day after tomorrow will be the sunshine. So hope for the best. So my dear students, our today's topic is past indefinite tense. We will also discuss active passive of past indefinite tense. If you remember, we have done present indefinite tense in our previous class. So today we are going to start past indefinite tense and active passive of this tense. Okay, so first of all you should know that what is past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense is used to indicate a single act or an action in the past. It is an action that happened and completed in the past. For example, we moved to a new house last year. For example, she went to school an hour ago. Quaid-e-Azam worked day and night for the prosperity of Pakistan. Sometimes it is also used for habitual or repeated action in the past. For example, we lived in a village before coming to city. So in your 9th class, identification of past indefinite tense in Urdu sentences is very important. In Urdu sentences, at the end of an Urdu sentence, some specific words are there. For example, ya, ye, ye or alif. So these words indicate that these sentences belong to past indefinite tense. मैं कल घर गया. The word गया shows that it is the sentence of past indefinite tense. मैं कल घर गया. I went home yesterday. इसने चाय बनाई. She made tea. इसने वजीफा हासिल किया. He got scholarship. जोर की बारिश हुई. It rained heavily. वो मैच जीत गए. They won the match. So in these sentences, the last word in Urdu sentences indicate that these sentences belong to past indefinite tense. Okay, now we are going to see the construction of past indefinite tense. The construction of past indefinite tense is very simple. Subject, second form of verb, and object. I received your letter. In this sentence, I is the subject, received is the second form of verb, and your letter is the object. Here we don't use s or es as we have used in present indefinite tense. So it is very simple, very easy that I received your letter. In this sentence, I is the subject, your letter is the object, and received is the second form of verb. Okay, when we make negative of past indefinite tense, we use the word did not. And after did not, we always use first form of verb. So the construction of the sentence of past indefinite negative is subject plus did not plus verb first form and object. I did not receive your letter. It is a negative sentence of I received your letter. When we use did not in a sentence, we don't use second form of verb because did not is the second form of do. So we don't use second form two times in a single sentence. So we use I did not receive your letter. Do interrogative of past indefinite tense. We use did in the start of the sentence. So the construction of the sentence will be did plus subject plus verb first form and object. The The question mark is also very important at the end of the sentence. Did I receive your letter? In this sentence, we are using did in the start of the sentence. So we will write first form of verb here. We don't write second form of verb here, although it is a past indefinite tense, but it is interrogative. And in interrogative sentences, we use did at the start of the sentence. So we don't use second form of verb. So it is very, very important to learn that in interrogative sentences and in negative sentences, we don't use second form of verb in past indefinite tense because we are using did here. So in simple sentences, we use second form of verb, but in interrogative and in negative sentences, we use first form because did is present in the sentence. Okay, now we are going to deal with interrogative sentences starting with WH word. Students, do you know what is WH words? WH words means where, why, when, who. When we use WH word in our sentence, we use WH word, then did, then subject, then verb first form and object. For example, when did I receive your letter? In this sentence, if you will not use helping verb did and you will write when I receive your letter, your sentence will be wrong because WH word is because did is very important when we write WH word. And when we write WH word in other tenses, helping verb is very important. After WH word, we write helping verb and then we write the rest of the sentence. So in WH word, helping verb is very important. Without helping verb, WH word and sentences in WH word is used will be wrong. So we will write when did I receive your letter. Now here are some examples of past indefinite tense from your grammar composition. First of all, look at Urdu sentences. मैंने एक कैमरा ख़रीदा, डॉक्टर ने मरीज़ का ऑपरेशन किया, उन्होंने हमारे मशवरे पर अमल किया, उस्ताद ने सबक अच्छी तरह पढ़ाया, लोगों ने चोर को पकड़ा. In all these sentences, you can see that the last word is ya, ye, ye or alif. So it is the identification of past indefinite tense. Means when we see these types of sentences and we want to translate these sentences into English, we simply apply the construction which we have already discussed, means subject, second form of verb plus object. Look at these sentences. मैंने एक कैमरा खरीदा, I bought a camera. In this sentence, I is the subject, bought is the second form of verb and camera is object. Simply, डॉक्टर ने इस मरीज़ का ऑपरेशन किया, the doctor operated upon the patient. उन्होंने हमारे मशवरे पर अमल किया, they acted upon our advice. उस्ताद ने बस सबक अच्छी तरह पढ़ाया, the teacher taught the lesson well. लोगों ने चोर पकड़ा, now this sentence ends at alif. People caught the thief. उन्होंने हमारी मदद ना की, now this is the negative sentence. They did not help us. They is the subject. If we are using did not, so we will write help, not helped here. उन्होंने हमारी मदद ना की, they did not help us. उन्होंने हमारी दावत कबूल ना की, they did not accept our invitation. It is very important not to write second form of verb here. After did not, we don't write second form of verb. तुमने अपना वादा पूरा ना किया, you did not fulfill your promise. तुमने मेरी एक ना सुनी, you did not listen to me. फौज ने किले पर कब्जा ना किया, the army did not capture the fort. क्या तुम घर खैरियत से पहुँचे? Did you reach home safe? Now this is interrogative sentence. हवाई जहाज़ अड्डे पर कब उतरा? Now this is WH word. When did the aeroplane land the airport? दरवाज़ा किसने खटखटाया? Who knocked at the door? Now we are going to start active passive of past indefinite tense. Before starting our topic, that how we can change active into passive voice and passive into active voice, you should know that what is an active sentence. An active sentence refers to the action done on the object, but the passive sentence indicates that the action is done by someone. An active voice mean that sentence has a subject that acts upon its verb. Passive voice means that the subject is a recipient of a verb's action. Now, Look at the screen. An active sentence is written here. He wrote a letter. Now, when we are going to change active sentence into passive, first of all, we should know that he is the subject and letter is the object and wrote is verb here. First of all, we will identify subject, object and verb. After this, there are some rules to change active into passive. The first rule is object comes first and subject comes at the end of the sentence. This is the first rule for all active and passive, for all the tenses. Whether you are going to do past indefinite or whether you are going to do present indefinite or future. The first rule is same. Object comes first and subject comes at the end of the sentence. So in this sentence, letter is the object which comes first and he is the subject which comes at the end of the sentence. In this way, a letter, we will write a letter in the start of the sentence and him at the end of the sentence. Okay, after first change, we are going towards second change, use of third form of verb. In all passive sentences, we use third form of verb, whether it is present, whether it is past, or whether it is future. We use third form of verb. He wrote a letter. Wrote is the second form of verb and written is the third form of verb. So in passive sentence, we use written. A letter, written him. Up till now, this is not a complete passive sentence. But we have done two changes. First of all, we have done the position of object and subject. We will change position of object and subject, and then we will write third form of verb. He wrote a letter. In this sentence, he is the subject, letter is the object, and wrote is the verb. I have written a letter, written him. But use of preposition is very important here. So we will add by in the sentence on a proper place. Now, the last and the most important change, addition of helping verb. Addition of helping verb is very important. If you remember, I have told you that in present indefinite tense, we use helping verb is, are and am. But here, in past indefinite tense, we will use was or were according to the situation of the sentence. For example, a letter was written by him. I have written here was because a letter is a single word. So object, helping verb, third form of verb, by and subject. This is the construction of the sentence. Or in the passive voice, a letter was written by him. He wrote a letter was written by him. Let's revise rules of active passive. Rule number 1, object comes first and subject comes at the end of the sentence. Rule number 2, use third form of verb. In all passives, we have to use third form of verb. Rule number 3, add by in the sentence on a proper place. And rule number 4, addition of helping verb, which is was and were in past indefinite tense. Okay, there is also a change in the pronoun. When we change active into passive, I changes into me, she into her, he into him, we into us, they into them, and you will be the same. Look at this sentence. The cat drank the milk. The milk was drunk by the cat. Okay, now look at this negative sentence. We did not hear a voice. When we change this sentence into passive voice, here we can see that we is subject, voice is object, and here is the verb. And did not is also present here. But when we change this sentence into passive, we will not write did not. We will write only not. So we will write a voice was not heard by us. So object comes first, subject at the end. We will write third form of verb here, and then we will add helping verb was and not here. We don't write did not in negative sentence of passive voice. Okay, now look at this interrogative sentence. Did we hear a voice? In interrogative sentence, the same we is the subject, here is the verb, and voice is the object. we have to change the position of object in subject. Object will come first, subject at the end. We have to add the third form of verb. We have to add by. But in this sentence, we will add was at the start of the sentence because it is a question. And in questions, we don't change the sense of the sentence. So question will be a question. Was a voice heard by us? Okay, this is also an interrogative sentence. Why did she write such a letter? In this sentence, why is a WH word, and when we change a sentence in which WH word is present, we have to change active into passive in the same way, but WH word will be at the start of the sentence. In this sentence, she is the subject, write is the verb, and letter is the object. We have to change the position of subject and object. We have to use third form of the verb which is written, and we have to add by. We have to add helping verb which is was, but before helping verb we have to add y at the same position that is present in the active sentence. Now students, there are some examples from your grammar, page 170. The driver opened the door of the car. She bought 5 video films. He took away my books. A car ran over an old man. They caught the thief. You have to do these sentences. You have to change these sentences into passive voice. Okay students, now look at the solution of these sentences. The driver opened the door of the car. The door of the car was opened by the driver. She bought 5 video films. 5 video films were bought by her. He took away my books. My books were taken away by him. A car ran over an old man. An old man was run over by a car. Now run, what is run? Run is the first form of ran, but it is also the third form of ran. Run, ran and run. So don't be confused. An old man was run over by a car. So run is the third form of verb here. The thief was caught by them. Look at some more examples of active into passive. He bought a car. A car was bought by him. He did not buy a car. A car was not bought by him. Did he buy a car? Was a car bought by him? She decorated the walls. The walls were decorated by her. I helped them. They were helped by me. So you can see that these examples are very easy, and you can do the practice of these types of examples on your own copies. So students, I think it's enough for today, but I want to say that please concentrate on your lessons and do practice on daily basis, because God helps those who help themselves. And if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. And if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. Jazakallahu khair. May Allah reward you with goodness, and Allah Hafiz, remember me in your prayers.